Hi. I do. This is kind of like a little backstory of my journey with the game FFTCG. So, it's been a rough ride. Definitely so. The first 2 years were insane for me. In terms of starting up a community, being put in a position where I generally don't have experience doing, but I started that. What I've done so far when starting it up was definitely not seen as good, or just seen as bad as like Some say I rule it with an iron fist. Some say it's not much I asked for. I try to run it in shadows in the background, kind of like a business. So apart from that, so the first time I started up, it was really rocky. I went to KoopaCon that year for the first time. I got sick, like incredibly sick, with that Norwalk virus or whatever, H1N1 or whatever the heck. The flu that had cold-like symptoms, but killed like 20 people in my area between the age of 20 or 30. I was going around 2.5 to almost 3 weeks of no meds, and to where one of the shops said, "You are sleeping at this shop." I said, "I have too much stuff to do, I need to go," and they said, "We are not letting you drive, nor are we letting you leave the shop until we know that you have slept and you are well rested. You look like hell. Sit on this couch, lay on this couch, I don't care what you do, but you are sleeping." I slept for like a whole grand total of like 5 hours or so, and the shop owner let me out at like 2, 3 a.m. in the morning. But even then, he was like going, "No, you are sleeping more." I was like, I had to say I needed to get going home because I didn't take my meds. He's like, "Okay, just make sure you're safe." So I was doing that while promoting and everything else. I sounded a little crazy because I had the flu. Anyway, so moving on, I started to do some stuff. I tried testing the weekly here, bi-weekly, etc. until I found a system that kind of works, which is a monthly tournament. So that was a good experience, and finally it took a little bit to get started. There's been some up and downs. Definitely some problematic people that have come and gone, thank God. Like I said, there have been problems sometimes in other formats of media, but I know I am no angel nor perfect person, blah blah blah. I've had some instances where I've voiced a very opinionated side of topics. Not for lack of worry, but anyway. During some time after something happened on a Discord server and so on, I had to pretty much kind of fall from grace, because for a while I was going on high cloud 9 or whatever the heck, and I just fell, like just gone. At that moment, there were times where I had to step back before, but that moment had me really step back and look at the whole situation as a whole. Now, I still do my own little lash outs here and there and something like that, but I don't take it to the extreme as I used to, at least I think. So, apart from all that stuff and going on further, excuse me, excuse me, there's a bunch of people that influenced how I do things, including all this. Josepher was one of them. For all intents and purposes, the break zone was one of them. there was a bunch of other people that did content, and I just kind of do this for fun. I don't expect any money for it. If I get some money for it, woo! Okay, sure. There's many people that influence how I run things, how I look on stuff is a bit of an eye-opener. Excuse me. From people in Canada like Jordan, Jonathan, and Tony. To all intents and purposes, some of the people that have caused some issues with other stuff in Kingston, which my reason for other stuff derives from that. But anyway, oh my god, excuse me. So there's many things that I take inspiration from. So I mentioned Josepher, Jordan, Jonathan, Brian actually from Ottawa. At the beginning of this, I reached out and see if I can do this type of thing. So I wanted to create a regional, which is this, at the beginning when I started get the idea of how to create the seasonal series. So I want, since there's no regional in Canada at this point, I want to create a regional. This is like back in 2017 or something like that. So with that all said, I went to try to plan some stuff. It was going to be hella like really insane bit planning. But then that following year there was a regional, so. But that didn't stop me from trying to create a community run regional. For at least Ontario anyway. It dipped into my funds a lot. Same with everyone else. On a team anyway. Brian has done a lot as well. I would say, as much as people say I've done a lot and they praise me, I would be nowhere, absolutely nowhere in planning this if not for Brian and Patrick, who's also on the seasonal team, and a bunch of other people as well. Dan from Brockville, who is now in Orleans with Red Dragon. He was previously an owner of Sequence. Ryan from Brockville, who is also now the main owner of Sequence and whatnot. They have all reached out as well, and I started planning with them to start up a city versus city and the seasonal. It went from rocky roads and so on, but we're slowly getting down the system. So apart from all that, right, another person that influenced me, which, all right, I'm going way off track here. Give me a second. So when it comes, okay, so the regional. So trying to make a regional. That the official one became I made the seasonal, but when I went to my first regional at Miami North in Toronto, I had some cards signed because the creator was there. Nice, incredibly nice guy. I played a couple matches with him. I may have been seen off as a little bit of a dick. It wasn't my intention, but he started playing down some cards, and I was going, "Oh, I know what you're doing, good sir." And he kind of chuckled and so on. I lost, but some of the cards that he had signed for me, the first one was Vincent. Second one was Delita. I had other ones signed as well, but these two were the main ones. No, that one. So, yeah. And so this one was part of our main deck, and I really appreciated him signing it. Since I was early in the morning, I caught him just in time before everything got busy. The same one on day 2, I went and got more stuff signed by him. So apart from all that, but even though, oh, by the way, there is a camera up there recording what I do here, so just for namesake, these are the cards right here that are signed. The Delita and the Vincent. So, Then all that stuff came to be. I also have started getting signatures from the Warriors of Light, awarded Warriors of Light from KoopaCon. Emma being one of them. The first one I got. Anyway, after the seasonals and all that stuff, I started doing some streaming here and there, trying to test it out. If it weren't for my family being really supportive over that whole fact and trying to help me, they still kind of do, so which is really appreciated. Then it goes all around full circle to the second regional this year, currently in 2019. So, 17 didn't really happen. 2018 was the regional in Toronto at AME North. 2019 was the one in Toronto at Harry Tarantula, or HT in short. I got a couple cards signed. I felt nervous. Like, usually I'm okay. I've never actually experienced choking up on something. Usually it was either shy, I just choose something to interact, but even with Kayama, I was actually very friendly and, I guess, forward? No, not forward, that's the wrong word. Approachable, I guess. I approached him very casually and whatnot. When I approached RB or Richie, I choked. I choked hard. I choked so hard to get an autograph on cards from her. And this kind of snowballed from there from choking. Anyway, I choked really hard. I got 2 cards signed. I went up and asked for sign 1 of 3 cards. One of them was a Legendary Garnet, the Legendary Unit, and the Legendary that goes with the unit. So what I got from her, which is very appreciative, I'm very appreciating. I can't talk. I appreciated the fact that she signed 2 instead of 1. And that whole busy time, I was very thankful for it. Oh, I forgot to turn the lights on. Whatever. I'll get around to it. Let me just. Oh, it shows it. Okay, cool. Cool. Anyway, so just to make sure you can see it. Oh, here we go. The Lene and the Yuna. You'll see on the camera up there. So she signed these. I was very grateful that she did. I really enjoyed it. The fact like I said, I choked. I choked so hard, and I feel so bad. Oh, that's the card I forgot to dig out to show. Damn it. I got a custom card as well from Josepher, from his very, I guess, yeah, he drew a World Ends With You character on a Scholar. I actually really enjoy having that, and I said multiple times, but I will keep it like as it was sent. These cards are in my main deck, but if I had a choice, I'll rather them be separate in a plastic case. So these, I really appreciate RB. If you're ever going to watch this or listen or whichever, thank you. And thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe, for the signed as well, because I forgot to mention that. His signature was at the bottom of the picture. For the custom card you gave me as well. That will be that'll be sticking with me. So, come to 2018's KoopaCon, the year before this, I got a bunch of cards signed. Amat signed, a bunch of people from the Kingsglaive movie, as well as Noctis' voice actor right here. Like Libertas signed some cards and so on, but same with Luna Freya signed a mat, which is a Versus 13 Noctis mat, so edgy Noctis. So Noctis voice actor did sign this. So funny story about that. I didn't know that there was multiple. That you're only allowed maybe 2 things to be signed. No one told me. So he's like, "Oh, I'll sign a few things." don't worry, it's fine. You didn't know. No one told you, so I'll sign a few things for you. I was like, thank you. So he signed some stuff. I'm at another Noctis card regular foil, a game case, and a mat. Oh right, I already said mat. So he's triple triad or tripalm, the custom triple triad cards. There was a bunch of stuff that happened throughout this year and throughout the many years. I'm thankful that I met Richard from Ottawa and many others, like even Shane from Toronto and so on. There was to be very blunt about this, for someone with autism / Asperger's syndrome, and is cruddy at social interactions. The community here in Ontario or even Canada was very welcoming. I have my troubles with social interactions, and even with the NA, the fans, the global, etc. For as much of flack as I give, and I seem to touch on nerves, for whatever it's worth, you guys have stuck with me. All in all, you've stuck with me. In some form or another, you've even kept me around, and even listened to me here and there. Though I have messed up on submitting tournament reports. I goofed really bad. But I do appreciate all the support. Like, as much as we have we've done so many things right, we've also done a lot of things wrong, and sometimes made ourselves pretty much a double standard by stating hypocritical statements about other communities that we don't do, yet we are doing them. The fact that we're addressing these now is a good sign. That we are going, oh wait, maybe we're not as perfect as we say. So it's good that we're addressing them, and it's good that we are, it's good that we're now starting to take notice. I will say, I came back in the card games. This is all topsy-turvy. This is unscripted, so my apologies. I will say that through the beginning of this journey of mine, I sucked at card games. I came back in the card games with this game, and it was a rocky ride, like I said, all the other stuff, but a snowball from interacting. What I do to get people interested in the Final Fantasy is learn the lingos and the interactions of what they're named, called, etc. and other card games, and equate them and whatnot to Final Fantasy as best I can. So I do a lot here and there. I don't do as much as some people think I do. I really don't. I tend to, like I said multiple times, I am lost without some of the team and without some of the support I have had and still have. This journey is still going to continue. I'm still going to learn and improve time and time again. I hope that this game can become stable enough to where shops can be confident in supporting the game and investing in it. That's my hope. Other than that, oh right, I'm supposed to show sleeves. I decided to do seasonal sleeves if I can get them done. These are kind of sleeves here. Well, these are oversleeve, but the sleeve underneath is the style is kind of triple triad. It looks like Hearthstone, but not really. It's just altered triple triad to this. Yeah. I wanted to showcase so much more, but I only have so long. Yeah. I guess thank you. Again, thank you. It's been a rough road. I hope to continue further. I hope to see and hear from all of you again.